Let us pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, holy is your name. Your kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven.
Okay, I said I wasn't gonna make a video. I told myself that I wasn't gonna make a video about Gabbie Hanna. But just like frenemies, this situation has become a hot mess. So I decided to wear my little frenemy sweatshirt in honor of that. Cause you know, if you know, you know. All right. So the reason why I wasn't going to make a video about Gabbie Hanna is because I didn't want to be disrespectful during the time that it was like hyped up and she was really into the TikToks and doing all of the mess. Now that a lot of things have died down, she seems like she's doing a lot better. And so I feel a little bit more comfortable talking about this right now. But really, the main reason why I'm making a video about this is not particularly because of Gabbie Hanna, but it's because of the intruder that went into her house, Nick. Yes, and I'm calling him an intruder because seriously, that's what he was. And we'll get to that later. But I want to kind of give some background in case some people don't know. Gabbie Hanna is another creator on YouTube, of course, and she has bipolar disorder, and she was going through a manic episode, and she was like uploading a bunch of videos, like a lot of videos that she clearly showed that she was manic.
To all my bad bitches and my good witches, I really need support right now because I did the right research. I performed the right rituals with a clear heart and mind and body, and I saved our babies. Like, do you guys understand? Can anyone understand the simulation theory? You guys literally just watched a video game. You don't believe the Jesus theory? Okay, fine. What do you want then? My sisters, help me. They say the hardest part about going crazy is not knowing if you're crazy and like these serious, maybe we're all ghosts. Like, yeah, it's all just words. It's all just words. And everybody speaks different languages at different ages. And we never took the time to just stop and read and understand each other and our history because we're forced to do it in a broken school system that God has literally given me the answers to fix. The housing crisis, the economy, the ocean. He gave me the answers.
And people were concerned. I was even kind of concerned. She has done this before in the past. Or she has trolled like this before in the past. So a lot of people were questioning if this was one of those things. But to be honest with you, I 100% believe that she was going through a manic episode. It just seems very clear to me. But during this manic episode, she had someone come into her house. He was a complete stranger, okay? Turns out this guy wanted to check in on Gabbie Hanna because no one else was. There was a lot of people who were calling the police to make sure like for a wellness check or something like that because people were concerned about her. You can feel about that how you feel. I do think it was on one hand sweet that people were so concerned that they wanted to make sure she wasn't going to harm herself, but at the same time I can see why Gabbie Hanna is probably annoyed by that because she said she wasn't planning on doing that and she wasn't hurting anybody else. So it really just was a huge just uncomfortable situation for her when police came. But we'll also talk about that a little bit later. Before the police came, a fan decided to check in on her and wanted to quote pretty much be her savior, right? Wanted to make sure that she was okay and wanted to help her through the situation since no one else was there. That's what he claims, okay? So what he does is he Google searches where does Gabbie Hanna live, and it was easy to find apparently. And he was in the same city in the same state, so he goes over there and he's recording the whole entire thing. Funny thing about it though is that he created a TikTok account the same day he decided to go to see Gabbie Hanna, right? So clearly he was planning on recording this. He was clearly planning on showing other people what was going on, okay? Now, think about that and understand that something's a little bit off with that, okay? He was already planning on video recording and showing the world the behind the scenes of Gabbie Hanna's manic episodes.
I honestly would like to help. I don't know what to do though. So
then what are you doing there? What? Which to me is invasive privacy and shouldn't be done. You're a random person, you don't know her, you're not her family, and you definitely don't have her best intentions in mind. So, clout chaser. That's what I said. That's what I think. But okay, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he was going over there to actually help her. The first red flag that I picked up on was the fact that when he got there, he did not say he was going there to help her. He said he just wanted to use the bathroom.
all these people have no idea what they're talking about. I have a video of her inviting me in. I will post it directly after this one. And when she asked me to leave, I left voluntarily. Everything that happened in there was completely legal. There was nothing illegal about what I did. I was invited into a home and left when requested.
First of all, what random ass see, this is how I know Gabbie Hanna was actually going through a manic episode, because why the heck would anybody let some random person come and use their bathroom? Go home. Go to a public restaurant or something. Why are you knocking on somebody's door to go use their restroom, right? But she let him in very easily, didn't even hesitate. Oh, sure, yeah, come in. So that's how I know something was going on and she wasn't in her right mind. And he also knows this as well. So that was the red flag. It's not like he went there and was like, hey, I'm a big fan. I've been seeing your TikToks. I'm a little bit worried. And I just want to sit down and make sure you're okay. Just sit here with you, laugh with you, talk with you, pray with you, whatever you want. And, just be there for you. He didn't say any of that. He lied just to get in there. Because I'm assuming if he said that, she probably wouldn't have let him in. Or, you know what? During this, she probably would have. But I think in his head, he thought she wasn't going to have it if he said that. So he made up a lie. So clearly, he's already trying to manipulate his way in there. And dude, I mean, he's recording himself outside of the house. Oh, I'm reporting outside. I'm outside Gabbie Hanna's house. Showing her license plate. Showing, it's just crazy stuff.
Alexander Hamilton. Why do you ride like you're running out of time?
So, at first, it seemed like Gabbie was enjoying his company, okay? Then, she finds out he knows who she is. And so she goes off pretty much. I mean, she goes off. Rightly so. And he's looking at her medicine and trying to give it to her. And she's just like, what are you doing? Get out.
By the way, Nick.
Yes.
I know you know who I am. Come on. Why did you lie to me this whole time? Why did you lie to me? That's for my acne, you dumb cunt. Get the fuck out of my house. Now. Now. Now!
So apparently after that, the cops came. And she thought that the cops were coming for him because she's in her house. But apparently it was just a wellness check and they were trying to make sure that she was sane or like stable and all this kind of stuff and not trying to hurt herself or somebody else.
I gave the 5 cops who broke into my house literally moments after he left. I thought when they broke into my house and did an illegal search and arrest, I thought that they were doing that in relation to that situation because it happened one after another. I barked at him to get out of my house. I came up, set my alarm for the arm stay alarm. So then all of a sudden there's all this banging downstairs. My glass break alarm goes off and then my critical alarm goes off. And I'm just in my room literally shaking and crying, having no idea what's going on. I thought that he was breaking in and then I heard this loud bang. And in my head I was like, was that a fucking gunshot? So what I thought happened was I kicked him out. He broke back in. I have a private patrol company. I pay money for armed patrol and they are a godsend. So what I thought happened was he broke in. My armed neighborhood patrol came in and shot him. That was my immediate thought. And then I heard them calling me, Gabrielle, Gabbie, are you here? So then I went down there. They cuffed me and detained me after they did their illegal break-in and search. They wouldn't tell me why they were holding me. They brought 2 psych evaluation people who deemed me absolutely fucking sane and gave me resources. But the cops, before they left, gave him his full name because I asked him his full name, and then I gave them the video, showed them his face. They looked up his profile, found his profile online, and they promised me they were going to go find him. And then the next day, when 2 other officers broke into my backyard as I was sitting and just trying to fucking relax again, I said, you keep coming here to check on me. I keep telling you that I'm okay. Did you go find the man who broke into my house yet? And they said, who broke into your house? No one broke into your house. They didn't even fucking try to find him. They didn't even fucking try to find him.
But all of this wasn't revealed until like a couple days later after all this stuff went down. And Gabbie Hanna actually speaks on this, and she calls him an intruder. She said that pretty much he broke into her house.
I did ask those 2 officers though, did you go get the guy who admitted to getting into my home by coercion to try to cause harm? Did you find him? Did you try? You didn't know his name?
And technically he didn't. I mean, he asked to come in and she invited him in. And whenever she asked for him to leave, he did leave. It's not like he was trying to stay in the house whenever Gabbie Hanna was asking him to leave and like trying to like do something to her or anything like that. He left, and I mean, there's nothing illegal about that. Technically, he did not break into her house, but the technicality doesn't matter. It's just about like morally, what are you doing? Like, yeah, she invited you in, but she's also not in the right state of mind, and you know that. So therefore, he took advantage of her. He really did. He did take advantage of that situation and of her because he wanted to create a viral moment, which he did successfully. I mean, this man created that TikTok the same day, and he has like 50,000 followers now. It's crazy, okay? And every other video is about him talking about this situation. So clearly he's trying to milk this out, and he's trying to make a name for himself. He even reached out to Ethan Klein talking about he wants to like say his story. I don't even think Ethan Klein brought this up. I haven't been watching his podcast lately. I'll get to that on another video, okay? But I don't know if he actually mentioned Gabbie Hanna in this whole situation. I know he tweeted about it, but I don't think he actually talks about it in his podcast. So you can tell he's reaching. He's trying to get on bigger platforms and all this kind of stuff. And in all the lives, he keeps defending himself, saying that he was just trying to help her. And there's so many people that telling him that he's just, what he did was just so disgusting. It was just uncomfortable. You shouldn't have done it. And yet all the technicalities are right. He didn't do anything illegal. She did invite him, and technically he did leave when asked, but still it's the principle of it. And I know he understands that. I know he gets that. Okay. And I'll give you an example. All right. This is not as extreme, but this is an example of how I think about this situation, right? It's like if a girl goes to the bar, gets blackout drunk, she's incoherent, she's not really there, not making much sense, not really knowing where she is and her whereabouts, but she meets a sober dude at the bar, and the guy brings her back home and sleeps with her. That's weird. That's not okay. That is crossing boundaries, because even though she might have not said no, she's not in the right mindset. While that description is not nearly the same as what Nick did, he didn't do anything close to that, it's still the mindset and the principle is still the same. Gabbie Hanna was not in the right mindset. He knew that, and he took advantage of that situation for himself, to record it, to get views. And he also says he was there to help her. Maybe that was a part of it, but clearly the bigger part was to help himself. And it's just, I think that's clearly obvious, man. I don't know how else to put it. I mean, look, that's how I see it. And I don't know if anybody could change my mind. Look, I could be wrong. Maybe I'm having a bad take, but I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Apparently, he is also getting doxxed, which is very, very sad. He's going through stuff like that as well. And I feel bad for him. I really do. I'm not going to say he didn't put himself in that position, because he did. I mean, he's the one who went to her house and recorded it and wanted to be a public figure. And of course, that type of stuff happens to people who are public figures. This is what you wanted, right? So I'm not saying it's okay to be doxing people's addresses, even though he kind of did it to Gabbie. But we all know 2 wrongs don't make a right. Yes, 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 I'm being a mama. But it's true. And it's sad that people are doing that, and his parents feel like they're in danger, which is very sad and uncalled for. But at the end of the day, he did put himself in that position. But I just wish the best of luck to him, and I hope he gets that stuff sorted out. But I hope he understands that there are boundaries, and he definitely crossed them. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about it. Am I having a bad take? Am I wrong? Do you agree? I don't know. I just kind of feel like it's kind of an uncomfortable situation. And I feel bad for Gabbie Hanna, and I hope that she gets better. And I also hope that Nick is safe and, he doesn't have any problems as well. But I hope this is also a lesson that he understands to respect people's privacy, because that was the complete opposite of doing so. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think about what's going on. All right, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.